Hey, it's Coach Jamila, and I just wanted to make this really quick video talking about 3 ways that you can know you're dealing with Mr. Right now and not your Mr. Right. So, first thing, is he just coming out of a long-term relationship or going through a divorce? That right there is a clue for you that you could potentially be dealing with a Mr. Right now. Now, did you meet while he was going through his divorce or going through this huge breakup? And because you've also been there, you felt like you guys connected on that level and you provided him emotional support. And maybe to an extent he did provide support for you as well. And then maybe he has kids and you feel like, oh, he has kids, I have kids, he's such a great dad. Is that where you're at with that? Interesting. If his divorce is not final, okay, and he's not out of that relationship and it hasn't ended, then you're dealing with a Mr. Right now. Mr. Right is not in a relationship still legally or otherwise and starting a new relationship with you. Your Mr. Right is finished and done and totally single and available and ready to move forward, okay? Now, the second tip is has he given you a title? So if he is, hemming and hawing or, being all, weird about giving you the runaround on defining your relationship and giving you a title like girlfriend or fiance, whatever, then you want to recognize that that is a huge red flag. Keep in mind that men, when they want something, they go after it, okay? And giving you a title means that it alerts other men that you're off the market, you're his, okay? So women, you need to talk to 5 friends, work through our emotions, all this and that. Men aren't like that. When they want something, they go after it, okay? So if he's not defining you, there's a reason for that. Either it's because he doesn't want you or because he's getting the milk for free in that he is getting his emotional needs met. And because you haven't required a title, he's getting what he wants without having to give you anything more than what he's giving you because you made it okay. And then the third way to know if he's Mr. Right now is to go ahead and test it. Set your standard. Let him know that, hey, I've been talking to you for X number of months, X number of years, and, you say we're just friends, but I want to be your girlfriend officially. I want this to be, official. And depending on how he responds to that, and here's the thing, it's not just saying that's what you want, but saying if you're not ready to define our relationship as that and make it official and real, then I don't want to text you. I don't want to talk on the phone with you. I don't want to spend any more time together. We have to cut off this relationship. Why? Because my feelings are going to continue to get involved, as I've expressed to you, because I know you have. I know you've told him how you feel, okay, and what you want. But he's stringing you along and you're like, oh, okay, well, he's this and his that's going on. And now you're making excuses for him, okay? But when you tell him, listen, this is what I want, and if you can't give it to me, then, our relationship has to end, and he says, okay, then you know that he's Mr. Right now. And yes, you're going to experience heartbreak again, and it's going to really hurt, but you can't be afraid to lose him. You can't be afraid to be alone, and you can't be holding on to some man that's wasting your time. Why? Because the right man will never show up or be able to come into your life if there's no room for him in your life. You see what I'm saying? If your emotions are tied up with this other guy, if your time and energy are wrapped up with this other guy, then you don't have room in your life for the right man that wants to call you his girlfriend, fiance, wife to show up. The right man that wants to provide for your emotional needs and is not just in the relationship for what you are doing for him. Okay? He can't show up in your life because you're caught up with this other guy. And let me say this, if you're dealing with a man that is still married, he's separated, going through the process of his divorce, you need to cut that relationship off until he is completely over and done with his divorce process. Because this is what we as women have to stop doing, is allowing ourselves to be manipulated by men and becoming rivals to one another. Because see, why is it that a man can always find a woman that's willing to get involved with him, even if he's married? Or, so-called separated or whatever. Why is there always a woman ready in the wings? Now, you know what it felt like when his current woman had to tell herself some things about you in order to make herself okay with the fact that she was involved with a separated man, a married man, then a man rolling out of a divorce into relationship with her. There are negative things that she had to believe about you in order to make it okay with herself to be in that relationship with him. And so just like you didn't appreciate this woman wanting to think and believe all these negative things about you based on what he told her, don't you do that to his ex-wife, okay? Because you don't know why that marriage is ending really, okay? You really don't. You know what he's told you, and there's no incentive for him to tell you anything other than what is going to keep you on his side. So don't assume that she's crazy. Don't assume all these negative, bad things about her simply because he's told you that. You don't know what he's put her through, okay? And you don't know why she's behaving the way she's behaving because you weren't there. You weren't a part of the relationship. You weren't a part of the marriage. So don't just take his word for it blindly. Just like you didn't want to be done that way when your ex-husband did that to you. Don't you do that to another woman, okay? So just keep that in mind too. There are some genuine good guys out there who get with women who do seriously have issues, but you always want to be cautious and not walk around and act like you have all the facts or you know so much, because you don't. You need to wait until he's completely done with that relationship. Wait until after he's had time to heal and work on himself. Otherwise, he's bringing the baggage from that relationship right into a new relationship with you. And chances are he's probably not going to even want to be in an exclusive or committed relationship with you just yet because he just came out of one. So anyway, those are my 3 tips. If you're trying to determine if you're dealing with a Mr. Right now or a Mr. Right, number 1, is he rolling out of a marriage? Number 2, has he given you a title, or is he hesitating about that? And number 3, what happens when you set your standard and you tell him, I want a title, I want us to be official, or our relationship has to end? How he reacts will tell you everything you need to know. All right, you guys take care. Be sure to go to CoachJamila.com and subscribe so you can get a copy of my free download, the top 3 mistakes women make after an unwanted divorce and how to avoid them. Again, you just go to CoachJamila.com, scroll down, fill out the form. Make sure you check the box that says subscribe so that you can get access to that and to 2 free goodies. Also, if you feel like you would like some additional help one-on-one, feel free to book a free 30-minute discovery and action call with me. The link for that is on my website as well. And I'll put some details in the description for this video. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.